Billy Bulletman Isaac was considered the original Mean Machine, despite his early death in 2013. The 6-foot 4-inch tall man and 18-stone ex-boxer turned enforcer lived a tepid lifestyle. He increased his stock by winning his first 2 boxing matches before suffering from a back injury. The Denton man had an affinity with money and needed quick cash, so he began to work the doors in the Stockport area where he met mobster Chris Little. He then set up his own security firm. Working for the Adams crime family, Billy had acted as security at the funeral of Ronnie Kray in the West End and was even said to be behind the professional 1995 hit on a Manchester businesswoman, Pat Hayes, who was struck twice in the head with ammo as she slept at her home in Denton. The order was said to have come from Billy's old mom, Rita, who, if anything happened to Pat Hayes, Rita would own the Denton bungalow and other properties, several in Florida. By some sort of miracle, both Rita and Billy Isaacs were acquitted after the key witness changed their story in court. He was also said to be friends with Ricky Hatton. Now, Billy then left Manchester for London, where he formed a close friendship with gangster-turned-actor Dave Courtney. Now, Dave was said to have put money in Billy's pocket and gave him a place to sleep while he was setting himself back up. To say that Billy Bulletman Isaacs was an intimidating figure, even by the criminal standard, is an understatement. While working for the Adams crime family, Billy Bulletman Isaac was responsible for taking confidential documents from criminal prosecution service clerks. Now, Billy had met the clerk at Heston Services on the M4 during the summer of 1998. The confidential documents relating to the Adams crime family was then passed over, and in 2001 Billy found himself back on the police radar after he was arrested over 2 serious incidents, where one, a barber was rooted to the ground in fear as his face was slashed with a hunting blade, and the second incident where a brawl at a pub resulted in a man suffering from multiple fractures and a punctured lung. And during a police investigation, Isaac's name came up again. When a man lost his head, the head was gone, and I mean that literally. The unnamed man had allegedly fastened one side of the rope to the neck, the other side to the lamppost. He then got into his Citroen Saxo, turned the ignition, and then put the car into first gear and then second gear and then third gear, and drove away, making him lose his head. And then in 2006, Billy Isaacs ran the security firm 24/7, and he was jailed for 3 years after police found ammo and a revolver hidden in the white socks inside his luxury Jaguar. There was also items like vests. Sadly, in 2013, Billy Isaacs was pronounced dead. Allegedly, he had locked himself out of his mansion and then tried to enter it by climbing in through the bathroom window. Sadly, his head got wedged between the bathtub. Now, in the aftermath, of course, Billy was laid to rest. However, people had ransacked his resting place twice, trying to find expensive jewelry and hidden cash. Billy had been buried in the same plot as his mother Rita back in Manchester. Sadly, he lived a relatively short life, dying at just 45 years old, dying alone in his mansion in the Irish Republic, in a home that was coined Ratsville. Stay safe.